Now, in Module 2, we will focus on qualitative research. All right? Since practical research 1 is about qualitative research. Okay? Now, what makes human race distinct from each other? Specifically on its uniqueness of traits, similarities, and differences. So, di ba, sabi nga, each person is unique. Okay? Even those identical twins, no? Those identical twins, although they have the same face, the same kuan jud kanang Xerox copy jud, no? But still, they have this uniqueness in them. Okay? So, just like all human being, we all have distinctive traits, character, no? Lahi. Traits, similarities, and differences. Now, according to Silverman 2013 and Lichman, also Walliman and Sutter, qualitative research is an act of inquiry or investigation of real-life events. No? Kailan naman taon si inquiry, di ba? Also with investigation. Okay? So, pero giad si real-life events. Okay? Mo ni siya ang naka-advance or nakapanindot sa qualitative research because you are investigating real-life events. Katong nahitabo gyud sa inyuhang participants. Okay? It is concerned with own experiences of a life event. And the aim is to interpret what has been said in order to explain why it is said. And this is called natural setting. Okay? So, real-life events ang inyuhang investigahan, ang inyuhang sukit-sukiton sa inyong participants. And it is what we also call natural setting. Kanang nahitabo gyud sa reality nila. No? Dili ilahang opinion about your questions, about the problem you are researching, dili ilahang opinion, but their experience about the problem, no, that you are researching. Okay? So, kaya nga dito sinabi, concerned with own experience of a real life event. Okay? Now, okay. So, qualitative research is important practically because most things cannot just be quantified. Diba? They need to be described. No? So, not all things are quantifiable. Dili tanan bagay or experience or nahitabo sa tong life is quantifiable. When we say quantifiable, ma-measure, diba? There are experiences that is well understood if somebody describes it. And that is the focus of qualitative research. Okay, next. Appreciating the nature of life and experience is vital. So there are things that is better understood, and we appreciate things more if it is described to us than it is given to us through a measurement. All right? We need to understand the quality of some things in order for them to have meaning. Okay, so that's the beauty of qualitative research. All right, so this module only has 2 lessons. Okay, first lesson, the value of qualitative research, its characteristics, strengths, weaknesses, and kinds. No? So the importance of qualitative research across fields of inquiry. Objective this morning, we are to describe the characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses and kinds of qualitative research. So the general purpose of qualitative research is to develop concepts which will help you to understand social phenomena in. Phenomena refers to current situation, current problems that we are facing right now. Or in qualitative research, when we say phenomena, kinin moning mga problems, current problems encountered by your participants. Okay? That is why you wanted to research on that problem to know and to understand their experiences on that certain phenomena they are in. Okay? So wherever possible, natural rather than experimental setting. Kaya nga sinabi kanina, natural setting, kuhaan, no, ni qualitative research of data. So to gain an understanding of the experiences, perceptions, and or behaviors of individuals and the meanings attached to them. All right? So to understand why are they, say for example you wanted to research on what are the causes nganong magsigig ka late ang isa ka estudyante. So that's your phenomena. And then why are you researching that? To know their perception, to know their experiences, okay, and the meaning attached to it, no? Because at the end of it, you will be getting the theme in the responses of your participants. Among your participants, unsa ang katong common nga sa ilang gi-share nga experiences, unsa day common sa ilang mga answer, and then that's where you will create na your theme out from their responses. Lesson 1, the value of qualitative research, its characteristics, strengths, and weaknesses, and its kinds. Okay, so all right, so we will start with the definition of qualitative research. Okay. So, qualitative research is a scientific method of observation to gather non-numerical data. Okay, alam na natin to. It refers to the meanings, concepts, characteristics, metaphors, symbols, description of phenomena, and not to their counts or measures. As I have said kanina, we are doing qualitative research because we wanted to understand the experiences of our participants and not to measure their experiences. All right. So that's the definition of qualitative research. In the second part of my discussion in module 1, there is also a discussion there of what is qualitative research. So just watch that one for more information. Okay. Second, the purpose of qualitative research. Okay. Why are we having this qualitative research? So qualitative research promotes a deep, holistic understanding of a particular phenomenon. Qualitative research focuses on the whys, no? The whys instead of what. Okay. Most of the questions thrown to your participants in qualitative research are open-ended questions. Okay? Wherein they can makashare pa gid sila sa ilahang experience. And by that, no, kanang ilahang pag-share sa ilang experiences, kita pod as a researcher, we can also understand, no, mo na igingon nga holistic understanding of a particular phenomenon. We can understand why are they nganong late man ni sila per me. So by sharing the experiences, we will know. No, unlike kung pansiro natin sila survey, okay, the number cannot speak the entirety of their experience man. Okay, so that is why qualitative research emerged, no, to understand the experiences of the participants. So that's the purpose. Let's move on to the characteristics of qualitative research. So, madami-dami itong characteristics ni qualitative research. Number 1, human understanding and interpretation and data analysis. Okay, so alam na natin that qualitative research is to understand the experiences of the humans that we are researching on, and interpretation and data analysis, because we are the ones who will be interpreting the information we have gathered from our participants. Second, active, powerful, and forceful in data gathering and rephrasing interview questions. Okay? So powerful and active data gathering ni qualitative research. It's because you will conduct a kining one-on-one interview with your participants, and you can, kung dili masabtan ni participants ang inyong questions, you can rephrase it. All right? That's which makes qualitative research a powerful and forceful one. Because in quanti kasi, igo ra gyud mag-check, igo ra gyud sila magkuan, walay interview nga mahitabo. Okay, so dili siya active. Walay one-on-one nga interaction between the researcher and the participants. Okay? The third one, multiple research approaches and methods that allows you to plan your study and being multi-method research. Okay? So, in research, in qualitative research, so you will gather information through interviews, no? Multi-method siya, kay pwede ka mag-interview, pwede ka focus group discussion or FGD. You can also do observation, no? So that's one character of qualitative research. Another, specificity to generalization on specific ideas will lead to generalization or conclusions. So, naani siya, present ni siya sa second part of Module 1, wherein na-discuss na ko dito si inductive and deductive method. So, si qualitative research class falls under inductive method, wherein mag-una ka sa imuhang nakay observation first, no? And then, after observation, you will proceed to the generalization towards the end of your research. So, kumbaga, mauna ka sa mangita kag problem. Okay? So, nakay problem, and then you go through the process. At the end of the problem, mag-create kag generalization. Why are the students experiencing this phenomenon? So, from specific to general. Next, contextualization. Context or situation of individual's life. When we say contextualization, kinsa man ni si Edong? Muragulat ni siya sa GCI. Okay. Sige daw. Who can define contextualization? Okay, na question C, Alampayan. Bakit daw forceful ang gathering ng qualitative research? Forceful in the sense that you can dig deeper on the experiences of your participants. It doesn't literally mean nga gina-coerce nato ang atong participants. No, that is not allowed in any researches. No, nga ato ang piliton atong participants. But forceful here means that pwede nimo siya i-dig deeper jud, no? Kung wala kaayon nimo nakuha ang iyahang response in this question, so you can paraphrase, you can tawag dito, you can add more questions that would saturate that question nga imuhang gipangutana sa iyaha. So kung dili ka satisfy, okay, kuan lang, plain lang ka iyahang question, and then you wanted to dig deeper. So that's what is meant by the word forceful there. Okay? Okay ra ba, Alampayan?
Yes po, ma'am.
Alright. So let's move on to contextualization. So context or situation of individual's life. So when we say contextualization, no? So your study is really contextualized kung unsa gyud ang na-experience sa mga bata. Mao gyud kasi sa qualitative research, you will find participants that would really musuwak gyud siya sa imuhang research. So mo na imo naman kay ana, as a researcher, you will create man unsa imuhang mga qualities nga gipangita sa imong participants, no? So mangita jud ka og participants that would be suited to your study. Hindi yung wala wala naka-experience sa imuhang gusto studyhan nga problem. Because how can you generate exact answers from them if your participants on the first hand have not experienced those problems? 'Di ba? So mahirap siya. Next, diversify data in real life situations in collecting data in a natural setting. Okay? So as I have said kanina sa introduction, 'di ba? Humans are distinct from each other. So because we are unique from each other, we also have some sort of differences in our experiences because we are situated in different family backgrounds, no, family status, and even the society we're living in are really not identical with each other. So that is why we have diversified life situation experiences in life. Okay, and it happens naturally. Number 7, abounds with words and visuals that presents people's view in a picture, video, drawing, or graphs. Okay, so kung si quantitative class is more of numbers, on the other hand, qualitative research naman is more of words. Okay, because that's how your participants will express their experiences. They use words in stating their experiences. Okay? So, meron pa ba? Okay, so number 8, internal analysis in examining the data yielded by the internal traits of the subject person. Okay, so again, you will be the one examining or interpreting, analyzing your participants' responses. So, you will not ask for somebody to analyze it, but you, researcher, will be the one to analyze your data collected. That is why sa question pa lang daan, mangutana na gid mo, i-dig deeper gid ninyo ang mga questions para pag abot sa theming na, sa analyzing of data na, dili mo maglisod og pangita og theme. Ay unsa man ang atong kuan ani sa isa ka question unya, wala mo'y nakita nga common answer. So maglisod gid mo og pangita og theme. And dili mo pwede buhat-buhat og inyuha nga theme. You should generate theme, no, based on what has transpired in the responses of your participants. All right? So those are the characteristics of qualitative research. Okay? So now we'll proceed to the strengths of qualitative research. Alright, so it adopts in a naturalistic approach to its subject matter. As I've said kanina, natural setting ang inyuhang pagakuan sa inyuhang data. No? Experiences that happens in the natural setting. Promotes a full understanding of human behavior, personality traits in their natural setting. Okay, full understanding of human behavior. So why are you behaving this way? So makasabot gid ta nganong ingon ani man ni sila. Nganong kuan man ni sila kanang bully man ni sila sa school. No? So during the interview ma-discover nimo so bantog di ay ingon ani siya sa school kay wala day siya ginatagad sa iyang parents sa ilahang balay. Okay? So that's the beauty class of qualitative research, no? Kuan gid nimo, ma-appreciate nimo ang imong study kung madungog gid nimo from your participants kung nganong naka-experience sila ato ng mga problems. Number 3, it is instrumental for positive societal changes. Okay? So your research soon, no, kung makandak siya and then mahuman, might give societal change in our halimbawa sa school, no? So, kung tahay, ang inyong research na problem is common problems encountered by the students in AOS or NHS. So, possibly, no, si guidance counselor halimbawa, manguha siya og data gikan sa imuhang research, no? Gihimuon niyang basihan imuhang research, no? in creating an intervention program no sa imuha sa school. Okay, so mahimo siyang instrument for positive societal change. Also, it engenders respect for people's individuality. Knowing their participants' experiences, you will gain respect na. Na-discover ni mo nga nung bully siya sa school. So, na-change imong perspective, no? Nganong ingon ato siya sa school. Because, nahibawan ni mo ang iyahang experiences. Okay? It's a way of understanding and interpreting social interactions. Okay? So, understanding na naman. Increases researchers' interest in the study. Make sure that the problem you are researching is within your area of interest. That's number one consideration man in looking for a problem. And then offers multiple ways of acquiring and examining knowledge about something. Alright? So, I've said kanina, multi-method si qualitative research. Alright. So, if we have strengths in qualitative research, we also have weaknesses. The first one, it involves a lot of researchers' subjectivity in data analysis. So, it involves the researchers' feelings in analyzing the data. It becomes a weakness in qualitative research because sometimes we as human no lahi magyud ato ang emotions everyday depende kung unsa ato ang na-experience sa balay, di ba? And in analyzing data in qualitative research, maapektuhan ang imuhang pag-create sa theme or pag-analyze sa data itself based on your emotions on that day, no? So that is why it becomes a weakness in qualitative research. Researchers, it involves a lot of researchers' subjectivity. A lot yun. Kaya kamo may mo analyze. Okay? Unlike sa quantitative research nga, kuan gyud ang pag-analyze is math way. Nagid mo'y statistician and then mogamit og software to analyze those numbers nga nagather. So walay kuan dito involvement sa researchers' emotion, no? So unlike sa quali nga kamug yun ang kuan mo interpret sa data. Dako po ang risk na mabias siya po. Okay, tama, no? Maging bias tayo. Kasi again, human behavior, human emotions nato as the researchers. Okay, second, it is hard to know the validity, reliability of data. So, connected ni sila. So, ang validity and reliability sa quali is medyo low. Kasi, yun nga, dili siya structured. No? Unstructured si qualitative research. So, we cannot test for validity. Labi na sa atong mga interview questions. Although your interview questions will ipaagi pa na ninyo sa expert, siguro mga tulo ka master teachers ang inyong ipa-validate sa inyong questionnaire. However, the conduct of your interview na may mga pangutanan nga mo arise nga diha nato ma-create during the interview mismo. So katong that is why weak ang validity ni and reliability ni quali kay kanang again our human intervention comes in. Kuan gid siya, dali gid siya ma-interrupt sa ato ang human emotions. Okay, so that is why it is hard to know its validity and reliability. Number 3, it is open-ended questions yield data overload that requires long-time analysis. Okay, so magchika-chika man mo, mag-interview man mo with your participants, tendency is daghan kaayong ma-share, no, ang inyong participants na magkakaroon tayo ng data overload. Okay? So, yan. Another, it is time consuming. So, taas-taas gyud si quali class kay again, mag face-to-face interview. Unlike kung magpakuan lang kag survey, it will not take siguro mga 1 hour in collecting the data. Unlike kung mag-interview ka, medyo taas gyud siya. Number 5, it involves several processes whose results greatly depend on the researcher's views or interpretations. Okay? Your results will greatly depend on, as a researcher, your views and interpretations. Yan. So, that's it for the weakness. Let's move on to the kinds of qualitative research. Okay, its first kind is case study. Case study is a long-time study of a person, group, organization, or situation, and an empirical inquiry that investigates current phenomenon. Example, teenage pregnancy in the public high school. When we say case study, in-depth research siya of an individual. Siguro mga maximum of 3 participants lang ni siya. So, kada isa, imo gitong himay-himayon iyang mga experiences. Next one, ethnography. So, ethnography is a study of a particular cultural group. Ethnography, it is a study of a certain cultural group. Say, for example, kanang mga indigenous peoples group. Okay? So, example study is cultural awareness and integration of peace education in the indigenous peoples community. Kini si ethnography class, medyo taas-taas ni siya nga study. Kay you are studying, no, mga cultural practices, okay, of a certain cultural group. Okay, so halimbawa you wanted to know kung sa ka-diverse ang culture sa Mansaka tribe, no? Si ethnography, kinahanglan nimo ni siya magkuan ka, live in sa ilahang community for at least, I guess, 3 or 6 months, no? Mupuyo jud ka sa ilang community to better understand their culture. So mo na si ethnography. Then phenomenology, lived experiences of a phenomenon. Okay? Katudyo nga naka-experience. Usa gid ilang lived experience sa kini nga problem. Okay? Mo na inyong buhaton. Mo ni nga type of quality research ang inyong buhaton. Example is Life Without Gadget. Short lang ni siya nga title pero you can beautify pa this title. Okay? Another, content and discourse analysis. Okay? So medyo similar lang ning duha. Si content analysis is a research technique that analyzes the modes of communication such as letters, emails, etc. It focuses more on language, no? Especially in words nga ginagamit when sending letters, emails, kana i-analyze nimo tong content. Okay? Whereas the discourse analysis is a study of social life understood through analysis of language. It includes face-to-face talk, nonverbal interaction, images, and symbols. One example of discourse analysis class is kining mga emoticons sa Facebook. Okay? So, imuha na siyang i-analyze. Okay? Images, face-to-face talk, and kaning again synonymous lang, medyo duol ra ni sila si content kay both involves language. Okay, analysis of language used in social media, in letters, in emails. So yan si course content and discourse analysis. So material for discourse analysis includes books, newspapers, periodicals, brochures, and advertisements. English nga mga major. Usually mo ni ang mga study. Example, a discourse analysis on the impact of modern technologies on communication. So yan. Alright, next, historical analysis is a qualitative method where there is an examining of past events to draw conclusions and make predictions about the future. Alright, from the word history, no, examining the past events. Okay? So kanang mga nag-study about our history during the martial law, daghan na sila ron no sa news, madungog nato nga according to historian like this and like that. Siguro they are doing this one to analyze what has happened in the past. Okay, example, the impact of Ferdinand Marcos speech. Okay, so yan. History natin yan. Number 6, grounded theory. Okay, takes place when there is a discovery of new theory which underlies your study at the time of data collection and analysis. Example, the story behind the migration of Christians from Visayas and Luzon to Mindanao. Okay? So, discovering of new theory which underlies your study, okay, nga mag-arise during the conduct of your research study, collection of data, or during the interpretation of your data. Number 7, narrative report, designed to present things or events that have happened in the past through a logical progression of the relevant information. The main purpose of narrative report is to present a factual depiction of what has occurred. Okay, so if kunyari sa historical analysis, no, medyo connected ni sila, linked ni sila, because in discussing what has happened in the past, magsulat man ka og narrative, no. And this is true to all qualitative research, 'di ba? Even sa quanti, you will not all data in quanti is explained only by numbers. Magamit po sila og text, no. So nagin ng narrative. Example, vocabulary building of students through proper solid waste management. Okay. Number 8, biography. Okay. So, I guess we have an idea man of what is a biography. So, this is the study of an individual's life and struggles and how they reflect cultural themes of the society. It deals with an interesting story found in documents and archival materials. It is concerned with the reconstruction of life histories and the constitution of meaning based on biographical narratives and documents. So, biography is written, your life experiences, pero written by a different person. Daghani siya kang The Life of Rizal. Daghani siya biography. Kung si autobiography naman, ikaw mismo, no, nagsulat ng life experiences mo. Okay? So, 5 common types of biography are the following. Scholarly chronicles. This focus on the historical portrayal of an individual life. Example, the biography of President Arroyo, the first woman president in the Philippines. So, scholarly chronicles. Second, intellectual biography. This is a narrative of a life through the conceptual analysis of the subject's motives and beliefs within the world of ideas. Example, the life and works of Dr. Jose Rizal. Then, life history writing. Recording of life memories, experiences, whether one's or another's. Example, the hardships of overseas Filipino workers. Then, memoir, biography. Stylistic presentation of the biographer's reflections and insights in relation to the factual account of life. Example, the experiences of stranded students in COVID-19 pandemic. We also have narrative biography, a non-fiction account of life experiences of a person. Okay? So, non-fiction. Factual. Then, action research is a classroom-based or school-based research which seeks transformative change through the process of taking action and doing research. Si action research class is same, undergo ka o process of research, pero si action research is naka-propose nga solution to the problem you are researching. Okay? This type of research is commonly conducted by the teachers to give solutions to the existing problems to improve students' academic performance and positive attitudes. All right. So those are the things about the definition, characteristics, strengths, weaknesses, and kinds of qualitative research. Do you have any questions?
If you have any questions, feel free to comment in the comment box or send
Your assignment, so answer this or explain the concepts you have learned by answering the questions below. Number 1, what comes to your mind when you hear qualitative research? Number 2, pretend you are the subject of a phenomenological study. How will the researcher obtain data from you? Number 3, name the type of qualitative research best suited for the following topics. Okay, so listed below are the topics. Okay, so submit your answers sa Google Classroom. So, let me leave you with this quote. A man's steps are directed by the Lord. How can anyone understand his own way? Okay? All of us are unique. And sa kadaghan-daghang tao diri sa kalibutan, each of us are actually naagyoy ka ng plan si Lord for our lives. Okay? So that is why we should not interpret what is happening or what is happening in our life using our own humanistic interpretation. Kay kung mag-base lang ta sa atong own interpretation, mag-isod gyud tag sabot, and that's the time when we question why is this happening? Nganong nahitabo man siya sa akong life, Lord? But if we learn to understand God's plans for our lives, no, it might not be easy, no, but the ways of the Lord are the best ways. The plans of the Lord are the best plans for our lives. Okay? So that would be all for this morning. Alright? So, some videos or class discussions will just be posted in your GC. The links for it will be posted in your GC. Alright? So, galing pala ito sa Proverbs 20:24. Okay, thank you for listening, and goodbye to each and everyone. Keep safe and have a blessed and fruitful day.